Hello, Dr. Kumar. I'm Anurakti Sharma, and we welcome you to the AAS India Edition interview series. Thank you so much for taking the time out.
Yes, I am Dr. Priya Ranjan Kumar, and I have done my Master, MPhil, PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru University. I completed that in 2013. And in 13 only, I have joined as an assistant professor in Central University of Gujarat. And from that time, I am teaching, I'm engaged in teaching and research both. There is a MA program there, master program. PhD program is there, and that center is Gandhian Thought and Peace Studies. So particularly, I have done my PhD in Peace and Conflict Studies. That was again based on the region, West Asia, regional security regime in West Asia. That's why I was actually kept in Center for Gandhian Thought and Peace Studies, because I'm teaching there again part of peace studies. And almost 8 students has submitted PhD under me, and 5 has been awarded. My area of research is still, I have kept my West Asia region as a focused area. I have been published several articles related to that. But again, it is focused on peace and conflict studies. I'm also teaching many courses I have offered on peace and conflict studies. For India's foreign policy, that course also I have taught. Conflict in South Asia also I have taught. So there are several publications also I have done on India's foreign policy. I have also done a very depth research on West Asia, particularly Gulf region and West Asia. I have visited Cambridge 3 times. Again, I am going in July in Cambridge. So that is also related to Gulf Studies program. So various article also I have published related to Gulf Studies, peace, conflict, violence, that we all know that how West Asia and Middle East, that is very much a reason of conflict and violence that has been continuously experiencing from the very beginning of the Westphalian state system. As an Indian, I have done some paper on South Asia. Particularly, I was looking for the Kautilya's strategic thinking, how Kautilya has shaped and reshaped the Indian foreign policy, and Kautilya has been also very much influential, instrumental in shaping and reshaping the scholarship of many scholars in international politics and international relations. From MA program only, when I was doing MA in West Asia, in JNU, then I took one course, optional course from the West Asia. Professor P.R. Kumar is teaching that. Then again, you have Professor Ashwini Kumar Mahapatra. Gaza issue was going on in 2006. So that issue has actually interested me that, okay, this is a reason, it's a very much conflict prone reason, and always conflict is there. So I started reading about Israel, Palestine, and a various movie also, Jerusalem, many movie also I watched. Particularly, there are scholars who also have worked on peace studies, like Johann Galtung, that is very famous scholar, who was also very much inspired by Gandhi. He writes very clearly that my entire thought of peace studies is inspired by and founded on the Gandhian thought. India as a country, or you can say subcontinent of the South Asia, from very beginning, from the British colonial period to till now, we have thousands of millions of, now it might be the 8 million population which is living in Gulf countries. So India has been integral part of that region. No, that is one, that the civilizational linkages between India and Gulf or West Asia. So, as a citizen of India, we can see it very objectively. And that's why India is also having a very balancing approach towards West Asia. And that is what we also become part of that balancing approach. That is a very, very important advantage for us. As an Indian, we can see that how good and positive friendly relationship India has with the Iran, with the Saudi Arabia, with the Israel. At the same time, we have also concern towards the Palestinian cause. So that gives a special actually position for India as a whole and Indian as a citizen. So we can see objectively language is one barrier that we are still very less people who are actually working on the region, who has knowledge on of the regional language. No, Persian, Arabic, or Hebrew, or any Turkish. Very few we can find. We can even count that how many people are there. They are working on the region, political aspect, and they have knowledge on the language. Second is that uh, there is a very limited scope for anybody to go into the field and then work for their particular topic. No, so field visit is very limited, particularly because various kind of conflict, violence is happening, and there is uncertainty about the future of that. That any countries, no, that Arab Spring, we have seen that how long that Syrian crisis is going on now. You have the Ukraine crisis. Russia is also becoming part of. China is also becoming part of. So there is uncertainty, and the reason is also not so much of so that democratic in that format that we all accept. This is very much open secret that it is does not allow. No, I was once again I was the student of that West Asia. One of our professor went for the research work, and she was not allowed to go from the airport. No, when it was known that okay, this person is coming for the research on the domestic politics, political and economic aspect of that particular regime or political establishment. So it's kind of again we can see authoritarian kind of uh, elements of authoritarian regime is also there. Now China has been very recently into the West Asia and becoming a very economic uh, big collaborator in the region. No, you have various very much organized policy based engagement into the region. In that part, somewhat India is lacking, where we don't have a very coherent, holistic policy which can guide any Indian scholar to actually engage into that. So this is again the limitations that we are facing here, particularly a scholar like me that cannot go to the reason. It's very difficult again. They should always try to be a scholar. No, there is again a difference between the scholar and intellectual. No, I always try to be a scholar. I also try to tell my student also to be a scholar. No, to be a scholar, the good advantage of that is that you can see any issue very objectively. To be a very good researcher, I think objective analysis is very important. Impartial research is very important. And that is what I will suggest to that, because West Asia as a region is a very complex region. You have internal dimensions, you have external dimension, you have complex combination of internal and external dimensions. That is what when we see that West Asia, we can find out that crude form of the realism is very much practical. At the same time, you will find out that the constructivist ideas, the identity, the religion is also very much engaged into the mind of the people. So it's very complex. So when we will not see it objectively, anybody can be trapped very easily into the subjective analysis of the research. And that is what I always try to suggest, that try to be objective.
Yes.
I have been a part of Association of Asian Studies as a member from last 2 3 years. Unfortunately I have applied many times for annual conference. Unfortunately, I have not been selected till now. But again, I will do that. And I'm a very keen observer of every activity, academic activity of us. And I have been also participant of this on various digital platform. Uh, Not in person because of the corona, because of many factors, we were not part of that. But digitally, I am very much well connected, and I am very much also motivated and inspired by the as activity, academic activity, purely academic one, and I like it. And I have also suggested many scholars, many academicians to be part of this, and that is what I always try to be part of this. Yes. I have been always keen to actually teaching peace and conflict studies. That I have a very favorite course is there in Central University of Gujarat. Many scholars from a student from different departments, they come from to join it. Even our center is located in a School of Social Science, but many scholars from School of International Studies, School of National Security Studies, they take our course as a optional. From last 3 years, there are some students, they are coming from defense, like colonel, general, and many lieutenant as a part of MA Chinese program. So they definitely they take my course in like introduction to peace and conflict studies. And then there is one uh, course is called International Security and Peace. That is also designed by me. It's very holistic one and big, very pinpointed and very comprehensive one. So these two courses is very favorite to me because I am interested to that. I always try to update it. Whenever I give readings material and all, it's not the last one. No, sometime you will see that some courses, the reading material is prepared 10 years back and that is continuous. Every time I search different material, I read it, comprehend it, and then distribute it. So it's very updated version, and syllabus is prepared long back, but still like Ukraine crisis, very, very recent development, whatever is happening in security and peace or conflict or peace, I always try to add that. And I will be very happy to actually engage anybody who is interested to work in this particular. I will be also happy to learn from anybody, any scholars from this platform to actually engage into this particular courses.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Dr. Kumar, for sharing all of your insights and your information. This is so helpful.
So thank you so much.